my name is Rebecca Oberstadt, and I'm the owner and creator of OSP Cosmetics. This morning I'm going to be going over my skincare regime so that you can see what I can do. Now, granted, ladies, I don't always do this every day. I do use at least 2 products minimum every day in the mornings, and then I use all my products at night except for my mask, which I use 3 times a week. You can also use certain things throughout the day, so it just depends on what you have for skin. I have very dry skin, very sensitive skin, so I have to be very careful with what I use. And I'm going to go ahead and begin. Now I just got a regular washcloth wet, just so that my face is wet. I'm going to use my foaming facial cleanser. This is a little tester size. These are handy. This is the large size bottle. And this is my deep pore clarifying cleanser. The trial size is $5. The standard size is $15. Water on my hands. The facial cleanser is actually very gentle on the skin. It penetrates deeper down into some of the levels of the skin. Most moisturizers and cleansers and everything else that we use on our face is not. And because I don't have a whole lot of water on my face, it's not sudsing up very much, which is fine because I'm not really worried about that right now. As you see, I am going over my eye, which causes no irritation. It gets rid of makeup residue, which I will only wear makeup on the weekends. And it gets rid of excess dirt and oil, and it leaves my skin very clean. It has yucca root extract that helps with moisture because, again, my skin is very dry. And it also has white willow bark in it that helps improve my cellular turnover. I'm just going to use a regular washcloth and wipe it off. And then what I usually do is I take my hands and I just splash water on my face real quick. Just to make sure that I got everything else off, and then I get the excess off by patting with my washcloth. Now, I'm in my mid-30s, and I am still prone to breakouts. No matter what I eat, or where I go, or what I do, or makeup or no makeup, I get them. Now, because my face still has some moisture on it, I'm going to go ahead and use my Acne Sulfur Mask, which this is the packaging that it comes in. And it has all your information on here. This is your actual product, and it is glass. Take the lid off, and there's always going to be a protective coating over it. I usually just flip it upside down in the lid. Now, I use my finger. I bend my finger to get it on my finger, instead of sticking your fingernails down in there. And this I apply either once every 2 to 3 days, and I only leave it on long enough to dry, or I can put it on as a spot treatment at night, which I do, minus the hair in the way, most often, because I do get breakouts like right here, over here. I get a lot of breakouts on my chin. I sit at my computer quite a bit doing homework, so I get a lot of breakouts on my chin. Now, it only takes seconds to dry. And granted, it's sulfur, so it's going to burn a little, but it depends on your skin type and how sensitive your skin is. Don't leave it on to the point where your skin literally is on fire, because then you could actually have a sulfur allergy. Now, I am sensitive to sulfur. I was on the sulfur medication and found out the hard way that I'm sensitive. I'm not allergic, I am sensitive. So the sulfur mask is actually a clay-based mask, and it has glycerin in it so that it helps moisturize while it's pulling all the impurities out of your skin. It is best for oily to combination skin, and since I'm oily here, here, and here, but I'm dry in here, I have combination skin. It also helps with clogged pores. So since, you know, most girls like me have problems with pores on their nose getting clogged, I use it for that as well. And you see, I even went down the bridge of my nose, underneath my nose. I went everywhere except for my eye area. Looks like I even got my eyebrow. And I carry it down to my neck on purpose, because that is still part of your face. Now, if you're prone to breakouts, what you can do is just stick your finger in there and just dab it on, and then let it dry, and then go to bed. When you wake up in the morning, use a hot washcloth and wash it off. And it actually helps dry out the bacteria that's in there, and it'll pull the bacteria out. So you'll have less breakouts. And if you notice that you're getting closer to certain times of the month, you can use it more often, and then you don't have to worry about it. Now, it does have bentonite in it, which actually aids with pulling toxins out of your pores. It removes cellular debris, which is basically just the layers of skin that actually are on our face that slough off on a daily basis. We use several different layers of skin throughout the day. We lose them. So we are constantly having cellular regrowth on our face. This actually helps remove it. It also helps draw out impurities without stripping the current moisture that's in your skin, which is good for me because, again, I have dry skin. It is $16 for a bottle. I'm going to go ahead and close this. It's $16 for this. And like all my skincare items, the masks are all $16. All the facial cleansers are all $15. The toners are $12. And depending on what moisturizer you get, they range in price because of the type of moisturizer. So I'm going to go ahead and use my hot washcloth. And get this off since it's dry. That's why I have a hairband in, because it gets everywhere. And then again, I'm just going to splash water just to get it off my face. I want to make sure I got it all off. Rinse out my washcloth. And then I'm going to pat my face dry with this. And the next is my toner. And yes, I know my face is still wet, and people have probably told you to wait until your face is dry. I take part of a cotton ball. I get it wet first because it actually uses less product. You're going to want to squeeze out all the excess water that you can, because remember, just like our hair, our face is a sponge. So just like cotton, it's a sponge. If it's already wet, it doesn't absorb anymore, so you use less product. This is my pomegranate green tea toner, and this is actually what it looks like. And it has rose water and chamomile in it. It is gentle. It helps with free radicals on your skin because it does have green tea in it. Some of my toners have white tea and red tea in it as well. And I have an entire line with red tea in it. And yes, I do go over my eyes. I go over every inch of my face with my toner. And I even do like the insides of my ears, because you never know where bacteria hides. It's actually very soothing, and just for the simple fact of what it does and what it is, I got it running on my arm. I like to use it everywhere. I even have a tendency to pull it down to my neck, because you figure we put makeup all the way down to our collarbones. So I do on occasion use that. Now the last step, oh, by the way, this is $12. All the bottles this size are $12. Tester sizes again are $5. The last step that I do is my vitamin E cream. I can use my all day moisturizer. I can use one with an SPF 46 or my SPF 15, but I'm going to be inside all day. So a little bit goes a long way, ladies. You see how much I just put on my hand? This is $15 for this bottle. I also have a tester size if you want to get it and try it. And I tap it on in the spots that I know I need it. And then I'll work it through after. And I coat my hands first so that the product is evenly distributed on my hands. And I do circular motions on purpose because it helps with cellular growth, brings the blood circulation up to the surface of your skin. And again, I go over every inch of my face. Now, this is very moisturizing. It does have vitamin E in it. It also has sesame seed oil. So if you're allergic to sesame seeds, you have to be careful. Normally, if you have an allergy to some sort of food type product, it's usually because of ingesting it, not because of putting it on your face. Like some people are allergic because you chew cucumbers, but they can still use my cucumber toner. So you have to just ask your physician first if you're allergic to sesame seeds, that whether or not this is going to cause a problem. And if you want to do a tester, you test either here on your elbow or right here behind your ear, which are the sensitive spots. You're going to leave it on for 24 hours and try not to wash the affected area, or put it on before you go to bed. And then when you wake up in the morning, check the spot. If there's any redness, itching, or swelling, then you know that you have an allergic reaction to something. We don't want that. So I have an entire line of skincare products and moisturizers, so you don't have an allergic reaction. I would prefer that you don't have one, because I have a lot of allergies, so I have to be very, very careful with what I put on my face. Now, this has linoleic acid in it as well, so it helps fight my environmental damage from throughout the day, and it's got aloe vera in it as well. So you can use it all over your face like I just did, and I'm just doing stretching exercises for my skin to help with collagen regrowth. And you can use it as like spot treatments for your elbows, your heels, anywhere that you find that you have dry spots. Also works great after a sunburn. The total cost for all the large size products, which is moisturizer, toner, cleanser, and mask, usually if you buy them individually, it costs you $58. If you buy a bundle skincare set, depending on your moisturizer, this right here would cost you $50. So you're saving $8 when you buy it as a set. Now, if you want to buy a tester of each of the sets, again, the testers are all $5 each. So you'd be spending, $20 on an entire tester set, so you can try out the products and see what you think. And again, my name is Rebecca Oberstadt, and that's how I do my skincare. I will do my makeup when I get to work so that I can get dressed now, since I have to be to work in less than 30 minutes, but that's fine. I only live 8 minutes from there. So I will see you guys in a little bit.